Hey everyone, and welcome to Comic Breakdown. If you're new to the channel, do me a favor and hit that sub button, hit that notification bell, make sure you're not missing any of the content that we have coming out. Because today, we are getting into Marauders issue number 17. And I know I'm a little bit late with this one. You guys gotta forgive me, I've been pumping out video after video, especially with Future State and everything with King in Black going on. But I promise you, we're going to keep up with the XMen lines. It may just be a day or two until I get the video out. Now, this one's a lot of fun. I really did enjoy this one. There's a few things going on with Kate in this one, but really we're going to focus on what's going on with Storm and Calisto. Because now that everything with Ten of Swords is over, we're seeing that the Crucible is still open. Now, if you guys haven't been following any of the X-Men lines, go ahead and check out the link in my description. It'll take you to a playlist. It'll get you completely caught up on everything that's been going on with the X-Men so far. And with that being said, let's dive into this issue. So this issue picks us up with Storm sitting on a cliff, and Calisto, depowered, making her way up this rigorous climb. And Calisto has come up here to talk to Storm about the Crucible. Now, for those who have not been following the X-Men line, the Crucible is an arena fight that Apocalypse had formed for depowered mutants to be able to get their powers back. But essentially, they're having to sacrifice them, die, more or less, be reborn by the Five, so that they can have their powers again. And as it played out before, Apocalypse pretty much beat the crap out of you, and if he thought you worthy enough, he would kill you. And with mutants deciding that they don't want anybody else, they close their borders off to everybody that's not mutant, this gives those that were depowered the opportunity to join the community of Krakoa, but they really have to prove that they want to be a part of that. But now with Apocalypse gone, Apocalypse reunited with his family and no longer on Krakoa, the Crucible has some new rules to it. And we're going to dive into that just in a little bit. And so Callista's telling Storm, she's doing everything that she needs to do. She's meeting mutants from all over the world, doing everything she needs to do for Krakoa. But everything feels fake to her. And she just wants her senses back. She's suffering every single moment. And Storm lets her know that she doesn't disapprove of the Crucible, she just doesn't want to participate in it. And Calisto wants her to be the one to fight her. With Apocalypse gone, if you want your powers back, you have to bring someone to the fight. And Storm she respectfully declines this. And Calisto asks her one simple question. Do you remember what it felt like when you were striving to be whole again? What would you do? What would you have done to feel whole? And that's when Storm flies off. Now we pick up with Emma Frost, and she has her own kind of like megaplex mansion type place on her own little island that's secluded away from Krakoa. And she has the Hellfire Gala, and she sent out invitations to everybody, and so this is going to be some kind of big event. We're not really sure on what she's planning here, but really it seems like she's starting to flex her power. She's got Sebastian Shaw in a wheelchair, and she's got this giant freaking mansion that Magneto had built her because he owed her a favor. Like this place, and she's got some heavy hitters here, heavy mutant hitters. So she's really looking like she's just flexing on everybody. And this gala is just another opportunity maybe to show her own power. Now, we pick up a little bit later, and Calisto is standing in the Crucible. And in front of her is the Silver Samurai. Now, the Silver Samurai asks her if the individual she wants to fight is here. And she lets him know that no, he's not. So, Silver Samurai can step in for this Crucible event, kind of like Apocalypse. Or any mutant from the crowd can volunteer. And this is when Fenris, the two bounty hunting mutants, offer up their chance to do this. Because if anything, they would be the best to do this. The goal is to kill the individual at the end of the day. But they sit down because with the strike of a lightning bolt, we see the arrival of Storm. And this fight gets underway. And Calisto makes her attack. The promise of Krakoa is finally upon them. All mutants, the living, the dead, the in-between. Calisto had asked Storm what she would have done to become whole. And Storm would have done anything. And this is where Storm drives a lightning punch into the chest of Calisto, electrifying her heart and killing Calisto on the spot. And as the rain starts to pour down, Calisto takes her last breath. What Scarlet Witch had begun with the no more mutants, Storm has finished, and the 5 will make reborn. And as Storm watched her the next morning, sitting on the beach, and she gazes off and she's really meeting Krakoa for the first time. Her gifts giving her a window into a world that none of us could even begin to comprehend. And that will be the end of this issue. So let me know what you guys think. You know, there's a little bit more stuff that in between stories in here, but really, Marauders issue number 17 was about the Crucible, letting us know, hey, the Crucible is still in effect, even with Apocalypse gone. The Silver Samurai has stepped up and taken the place of essentially Executioner. Now, there's a lot of debate about the moral ethics behind having a Crucible, but personally, I feel like it's a really great way to make sure that people that want to be in Krakoa actually want to be there. That you're not getting spies and things of that nature. Because it takes a lot of courage to step into that ring knowing that you have to die. And not only do you have to die, but you actually have to fight for your life to not die. If that makes any logical sense. You have to show the valiant effort that you're worthy to be a mutant, to be Krakoa, to be part of the society that they're really trying to build up here. Now, the artwork was absolutely phenomenal in this comic. I loved it. Honestly, I love anything with Storm in it. Storm is just such a great character. And the way that they've been writing her in this new X-Men line, in this new X-Men world that's reborn, has been really awesome. But yeah, let me know what you guys think in the comments. If you haven't checked out my podcast yet, go ahead and go check out Comic Breakdown and More podcasts. I got links in the description to Spotify, iTunes, Google Podcasts, anywhere you get your podcasts at, we got you covered. And we cover everything when it comes to our comic pools for the week. From Future State to King in Black to X-Men, we got you covered. We're also covering the latest news in cinema. That means WandaVision, we got you covered. That means Wonder Woman 84, we're going to be talking about it. All the new lineups that Marvel has coming out, we're going to be getting it covered for you guys. That way you have the latest reviews and know exactly what's going on in the comic book universe. We drop a new episode every Friday, so we got a new one coming out tomorrow. Be sure to check it out. If you have not yet, please be sure to subscribe to the channel, like this video, and until the next issue.